Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 314. Please subscribe. But before we get started with that, I'm going to go into our central, relevant, special thought, what is the last judgment? And read a few lines from a couple of different paragraphs, 3 and 4, and then read paragraph 5. What is the last judgment? And you know, timing, it has been said that timing is everything. The timing for this section could not be more significant. What has happened in this world, and we know this world is an illusion, and we know even more that this world is an illusion because there's a great swath of people that are in fear currently and are living with doubt and worry. And that is not our Father's will for us. Our Father's will for us is for complete joy, peace, happiness, security, protection, love, everything, all of the attributes that we find within our true self, our identity with a big I. So having this particular special thought and today's particular lesson, which is I seek a future different from the past, great timing for this. We are meant to all be one and to know our oneness. And from our Father's perspective, and I'm going to use this, and from the Course perspective, and I've used it before in other times, other lessons, and I always say it's a cheesy song, but it's a beautiful song from Barry Manilow, that I cannot smile without you. And I can't, because this Course is about equality and equanimity. And I cannot be happy if my brother is sad. And if my brother is sad and I am happy, that is not God's will. God's will is for all of his children to know how much they are loved and cared for and protected, and that no harm will come to them unless they have asked for it. This is where what is the last judgment is really going to help us to release all of the judgments that we have had from our ego mind and come into what our Father's last judgment, final judgment is for us. So let's begin by going into paragraph 3, where it tells us that God's judgment is a gift of correction that he bestowed on all your errors, freeing you from them and all effects they ever seemed to have, anything that seemed to happen, anything that was untoward, something we did not want, we are free of it. Any thought that was not of perfect peace and love, a thought that would not be thought by the mind of God, we are free of those. To fear God's saving grace is but to fear complete release from suffering, return to peace, security, and happiness, and union with your own identity. Yes, that's what we want. We want that union. We want to come back into peace and feeling secure and feeling happy, to release the fear and the doubt and the worry that seems to be troubling to a great many people in this illusory but seemingly very real world. In the 4th paragraph, we were told, be not afraid of love, for it alone can heal all sorrow, wipe away all tears, and gently waken from his dream of pain the Son of God, the Son whom God acknowledges as his. This dream of pain, this dream of unhappiness, yes, this last judgment will waken us. Let us not be afraid of our Father, and be not afraid of God. I am not afraid of love. Be not afraid. I will not be afraid of love today, I think is one of the lessons. I may be paraphrasing because I do that sometimes. So let the dream of pain be gone. And now to the final paragraph in this section is, this is God's final judgment. You are still my holy son, my holy child, forever innocent, forever loving, and forever loved. As limitless as your creator, we are as God created us, and completely changeless and forever pure. Therefore, awaken from the dream of pain, the dream of sorrow, the dream of unhappiness, and return to me. I am your father, and you are my son. You are my child. So let us release all of the other judgments that we have ever had and allow God's final judgment of telling us, reassuring us of our truth, and realize that that is the truth of our brothers, our sisters, and all of the sonship as well. We have to release all of our judgments and take our brothers, our sisters' hand, because we will not find peace and love and security by ourselves. I seek a future different from the past, from new perception, and yesterday's lesson was, now let a new perception come to us, and from this new perception of the world, there comes a future very different from the past. The future now is recognized as but an extension of the present. In the text, there is a line in chapter 9 that eternity is one time and its dimension is always. It's always. And it's always now. So the future now is recognized as but an extension from the present, and it will extend. It will extend into the next moment and the next and the next. And past mistakes can cast no shadows on it, so that fear has lost its idols and its images, and being formless, it has no effects. Fear has no form. There's nothing for me to look at and say, I'm afraid of that. I release all of those past mistake thoughts, all of those past judgment thoughts that I have placed. And the past is 2 minutes ago, or 10 minutes ago, or 3 days ago. It does not matter. It is gone. And if I am carrying it with me, if I was afraid then and I'm choosing to be afraid now, it's going to be difficult for me to seek a future that is different from the past. I need to let go. Death will not claim the future now, for life is now its goal, and all the needed means are happily provided. And remember, death is not a lack of breath, it's a lack of joy. And I will not let the lack of joy claim the future. Death cannot claim the future now, for life is now its goal, and all the needed means are happily provided. We are given everything that we require. And I seek but what belongs to me in truth, the lesson we had a while ago. Who can grieve or suffer when the present has been freed, extending its security and peace into a quiet future filled with joy? I'm not saying it's easy, but we have the ability to do things that are not easy because we are our Father's child. So we are limitless. We are eternal beings, and we have the backup. We're not alone. We're not abandoned. We have all that we need for this to come to fruition, for it to be seen by everyone. And any mind that is still being held in darkness, let us shine light towards it, so that one, that brother, that sister will recognize that they too are part of the equality of God's children. Father, we were mistaken in the past and choose to use the present to be free. Now do we leave the future in your hands. I place the future in the hands of God, which was our last giant stride in part 1 of the workbook. Leaving behind our past mistakes, ensure that you will keep your present promises and guide the future in their holy light. Let us see this in light. I know that many have been seeing darkness, again, with worry and doubt, fear. And if we continue to think that way, we will see that way. We will experience that. So, in spite of what we thought was real, we seek a future different from the past, and we allow God's light, our light, to extend outward and to bless all living things and all beings, that we may experience what God would have us experience. Remember, the mantra of the ego is to seek but do not find. But our Father helps us to seek what belongs to us in truth, and we will be successful. I hope that helped. I think the lessons might take this turn for a while, and hopefully they're uplifting, and hopefully they're what we need to hear in order for us to heal together. So if this was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. Please comment. Please send this to someone else that you think it might help. Share it someplace, somewhere. Take in a deep breath, and often we need to breathe our way into peace, and we can do that. And smile, because it will change, even just for a moment, how we think. And please pray, and please be here tomorrow. Namaste.